In this video, I'll be giving you my opinion on Stake. This is a very popular brokerage platform for New Zealand users that allows you to buy stocks in the US market. It's an easy to follow platform that supports both beginner and advanced users. I'll be giving you my thoughts and opinions so you can make an informed decision on whether or not Stake is the investing platform for you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Financial Knowledge. If you want to learn more about finance and investing, make sure to hit that subscribe button and help support the channel. I'll break this video down into 3 parts. Firstly, giving you an overview of the platform, what it's used for, and then discussing all the different features that it has, and finally looking at the fees that Stake charges, and at the end of it, wrapping it all together and showing you what it would look like to actually buy a share of a business using Stake. So what is Stake? Stake is essentially a brokerage platform that allows New Zealand users to invest in the US stock market, but it also supports UK, Brazil, and Australia as well. For those of you who are familiar with investing in New Zealand, you'll know that Hatch also supports investments in America. If you want to learn about which platform is best out of Hatch and Stake, I have a video discussing Hatch that I'll leave linked up on screen. So check that one out if you want to learn a little bit more about how Hatch differs from Stake. So back to Stake, it's an easy to follow platform with all the regular US companies that you'd associate with the American stock market. You can search for a particular business you're wanting to invest in, add it to your watch list so you can keep tabs on how the stock price is changing and how it's been performing over time. On the homepage, you can look at your portfolio, the overall return, the daily return, how much money's in there, all of the standard things that you'd associate with a brokerage platform. One of my favorite features about Stake is the Wall Street tab. If you click on this, it'll give you information about what's been happening in the market. You can look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and see what's been going on since you last checked. It'll tell you when the market is opening and closing. If you scroll down a little bit, it will show you the stocks that have had the highest returns and also the ones with the greatest losses. And it has news information about what's been happening in the market and anything you should be aware of that might influence the investments you're thinking of making. So it's a really great tab to just refresh yourself, see what the market's doing, look at any news that's relevant to you, and just get updated on what's been going on. So when you search a company you're wanting to invest in, when you click on it, all the numerical information that comes up can seem a bit overwhelming at first, but the more you read it, it becomes second nature and interpreting it becomes very, very easy. So you search the company you're looking for and you can look at a chart that will tell you how the share price of that business has been doing. You can look at it at a 1-day period, 3 months, 3 years, and it'll give you the percentage growth in those time frames, which is very useful. I think you can see how well that stock has been performing for a number of years. And also there's a candlestick option. So if you're a day trader, I'm more of a long-term investor, but if you are into day trading, that option is there. And it's really cool that they're supporting those 2 ends of the spectrum, the 2 different types of investors, which really gives the platform a strong advantage over some of its competitors. You can also scroll down and get some financial information about the business like earnings, EPS, revenue, these kinds of things, and it'll give you it in a quarterly fashion, so different parts throughout the year, and you can compare multiple years. Now there is a subscription service to have more data about the business unlocked, but I don't think it's really necessary. You don't need to pay for the subscription. You're not losing out, or the quality of your investments will be limited because you're not paying the premium. There's plenty of free websites that you can use to research companies. I personally like to use QuickFS as one of mine, or Yahoo Finance gives you lots of data about companies, reading financial reports. So you're not losing out if you don't have access to the more detailed info on Stake. I don't really do any of my research on the brokerage platform. I'll leave some of the websites that I like to use in the description if you want to check them out, but it is cool that info is there and you can get some basic info about the business quite quickly just from looking at the homepage that Stake gives you. Another great feature is that you can buy fractions of a company. So if you wanted to say buy Tesla, it would be $840 US, and if you don't have that kind of money available, you can just buy 0.1 or 0.2 of a share. If you only had $50 to invest because you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of money set aside for investing, that's fine. You can buy fractions of a business, and that really supports people that are just getting into it as well, which is very much a great feature on Stake's part. So once you pick a company that you want to invest in, you go to buy, and there's different options that you have for buying. So there's a market buy order, and this is when you're buying the shares of that business at their set price. So if the price of Tesla is $840, you're buying it at $840. but there's also a limit buy order where you can set the amount that you want your purchase to be executed. So if you're thinking Tesla's going to drop a little bit, you've got a hunch that there's going to be a dip and you're going to get in at that time, you could set your limit buy order at $820 a share. So if it does drop to that amount, you'll automatically buy those shares, but there's no guarantee that'll happen. You know, the company does have to actually drop to that price that you've set, but it is a nice option as well. And then obviously there's the sell orders, and there's also stop losses. So if you're buying into a company and you're a bit weary about the share price, it's a bit volatile, you're not sure where it's gonna go, and you don't want to keep checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if all your money's gone, so you put in a stop loss. So bought Tesla shares at $840 and you're worried about them dropping, you might put a stop loss at $800 a share. So if the company does drop to $800 a share, you will sell your existing investment so you don't lose any more money. It's good to have those options, protect the investors a bit and stop you from having to look at your phone all the time to keep track of what's going on. When you want to buy the share, you just click on the share, put in the number of shares you're wanting to purchase, hit buy, and that's it. And then the order will be executed. As far as putting money onto stake, there's a deposit with a bank transfer, and all of your money, regardless of the country you're in, will be converted to US dollars, and this comes into some of the fees that stake has. So there's no fee for the brokerage charges, buying and selling, that's free. But when you deposit money onto stake, there's a 1% fee. So if you put $1,000 onto stake, you'd have to pay $10 for the foreign exchange fee. So for us, it'd be putting it from New Zealand dollar to US dollar, that'd be 1% of the amount that we put in. And there's a $2 US deposit for putting money into your stake account. So you take away about $12, $13 from the 1,000, and then you'd have 987, 988 left to invest, which is really a very low fee to allow you to make these trades, and it's very much a viable option for anyone who's starting out. And there's also a $5 fee for the tax form, which is very much what you need. You don't want to be doing that by yourself. You'd rather just pay the small fee of $5 US and get them to sort it out. That really wraps it up for stake. It's both useful for beginner and advanced investors, lots of different options, and it's great to get you underway with your investing journey. The zero brokerage fee really draws a lot of people in. So let me know in the comments, is stake your preferred broker? I'd really love to hear from you guys, and I enjoy interacting with my viewers. As always, hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.